When people ask me about Abraham, I always think right away of one of my teachers, Rabbi David Ebner, who taught me Maimonides' Mishnah Torah, Maimonides' major code of law. And in the beginning of Maimonides' code of law, one of the sections is called talking about the laws of non-Jewish worship and how that applies to Jews and how we should think about it. So what he said there is that Abraham grew up in, as we know, in Ur Kasdim on the other side of the Jordan, and while there he thought a lot about God. He thought a lot about the way the world worked. And in the Rambam, in Maimonides, he writes that that Abraham came to recognize that there couldn't be something revolving without something or someone revolving it, as it were. That something was spinning the earth. So Abraham, for Maimonides, becomes a philosopher. He looks at the stars and at the sun and the moon and the planet, and he sees that it works. It's scientific philosophy in the way that people in the Middle Ages think about it in those terms. And that's the genius of Abraham, to me, at least within that rabbinic tradition, is that Abraham looked into the universe and was able to recognize that there's a divinity, as opposed to having some kind of received tradition. It's important to know that Moses Maimonides named his only son Abraham, that he had so much respect for Abraham that he saw him as this great philosopher that he named him that. My second son's second name is Abraham. I'm also always very impressed by that. I think the lesson of Abraham is therefore that sometimes you can find your tradition by looking in different places. It's not always coming from your father or your mother or your teachers. Sometimes it can be enhanced by being aware of what's around you and asking special questions and coming to different answers.